it's not true. Wanted a woman, never bargained for you. Lots of people talking, few of them know. Soul of a woman was created for love.
Get a stick! Deeper! You're foul.
Morning.
Hey! You can't just park up here.
Why not?
Well, because it's my field. It's private land.
But it's standing empty. No crops in here. I'm not causing any harm.
You know, that's not the point though, is it really? How would you like it if I came and park my lorry in your garden?
Don't be silly. I haven't got a garden. I haven't even got a house. Fancy a mug of tea?
No. Thank you. Defect!
Owners are away. No sign of any forced entry anywhere. Housekeeper admits she didn't realise the window up there had been left open.
Must have had a ladder, I suppose. No obvious signs on the ground, though.
What was taken, anyway?
Jewellery, original prints cut from the frames, cash. However they got up there, it's a pro job, this.
Morning.
He'll be out in a minute.
It's not petrol I'm after. What's the pub like? Beer any good?
We'll serve a decent pint, but I think you'd be better off filling her up with petrol.
Very good. No, sorry, actually, it's not petrol or beer I'm looking for. I need directions. Ashfordley Hall?
Oh, well, that's easy. Straight ahead, first right, second left, through the big gates, and Bob's your uncle.
How do you know that?
How do you think? I live here.
Know that my uncle's name's Bob. Well, Robert, actually. Thanks for the directions. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
It's a bit of a puzzle how they managed to get up there, Sarge. There was a ladder at the house, but we don't think they used it.
Without a ladder, would have taken a skilled climber. Must have had a head for heights.
To do it at night, they must have had some nerve.
Oh, what about Tommy Huggett? He used to be a steeplejack. He used to work up tall chimneys and the like. He's just up his street.
Good idea, Alf, but he's in Armley Prison doing a stretch just now, I believe.
So we need to get out and about then, eh, Sergeant? Looking for potential cat burglars.
Yes. Start with the antique shops and auction houses. See if any of the stuff for Branscombe House has turned up yet.
Not long open and rushed off my feet. I could do with somebody full-time again, like Rosie used to be.
Have you heard from her recently?
Well, about a couple of months back, sent a postcard saying she was coming home, but now since.
Thanks, Benny. I've been thinking about going to Australia myself. My brother's out there, somewhere.
Carol, it's a long way to go just on your own, on spec. And Rosie, I suppose she's just changed her travel plans. You young people. Oh, hang on a minute.
Kind of you to invite me, my lord.
Oh, Charles, please. I had a call from the Thrapston Smythes singing your praises. How are Ollie and Sarah?
Top form. I hope you didn't mind them suggesting I drop in.
Oh, not at all. Oh, let me. Yep. Any friend of theirs and so forth. Now, you're en route to Edinburgh, I gather.
Regimental reunion. But since I left the army, I've become involved in the horse breeding business.
Really?
Idea is to start a stud farm and stables. I'm new to it myself, but the team I'm involved with are pretty go-ahead. We're looking for a farm, a few hundred acres, good hacking country, possibly in these parts.
Well, I'm more than happy to help in any way I can. So, come on through.
Look at her. Sat there as if she owns the place, the cheeky young madam.
Oh, look, we took nasty to Aunt Peggy. She was very nice to me.
Hey, what do you think you're playing at? This is private land. The only way you can stop here is to cough up some rent. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't give me the old deaf and dumb act. You pay up or you go.
Peggy? Peggy Armstrong? It's Sophia.
Sophia Fantoni! Hey! Hey! Hey!
Oh, I checked up on Tommy Huggett. He got early release from Armley Prison. Been out a month. He's living in Aidensfield now.
Inform PC Mason. Let's have a word with our steeplejack, shall we?
Yeah. I think I may have heard on the grapevine about your accident.
Did my leg in, had to pack up the circus.
That's a shame. Sophia's family were in the circus, you know. The fabulous Flying Fantonis.
How come you two met then?
Oh, well, it were a good few years back now. I was doing some business with a chap in the circus, the knife thrower, El Zorro, real name Sid Dakin from Barnsley. And if I ever find that rat again, I'll stick all 6 knives in his back. Hey, it is good to see you, Sophia. Do you know, I've never forgotten that smile of yours, love.
Well, that's the first thing I noticed. It's lovely. Sorry, no offence. I just...
No, thank you, David. You've a nice smile yourself. Very genuine.
There've been good times. There've been bad times. I have my share of hard times too.
Tommy! I'd like a word, please. I'm PC Mason, the village bobby.
I'm working, can't you see?
Would you mind telling me where you were last night, Mr. Huggett?
What's it to you, where I was?
We're investigating a break-in. The intruder scaled a high wall.
And with my record, I reckon it were me.
Well, I'd like to eliminate you from our inquiries.
All at home.
Can anyone verify that?
My wife?
Oh, hello, Jake. We were talking about your Rosie just this morning.
Why, not heard from her, have you?
No, she came up in conversation. Thought she'd be back home by now.
Yeah, so did me and the lads. Haven't had a dicky bird for ages.
Thought you were in regular touch.
What's to start with? Wrote quite often, telephoned every couple of weeks. Wow, must be 2 months now since we've heard from her.
It can't be easy keeping in contact when she's travelling around.
Yeah, maybe. We're getting a bit worried all the same.
Trying to earn an honest living, Betty, and he turns up.
Tommy tells me he was at home last night from about 9. Can you confirm that?
Yes. He was here.
He didn't go out at all?
No.
All right, if you're sure. That's all for now. I'll let you both get on.
Thanks, love.
That is the last time I lie for you, Tommy. I mean it.
Now, I gather you've met already, but let me do the honours. Major Giles McLean, Miss Carol Cassidy.
Miss, you're not married then?
No.
Drink, Miss Cassidy?
Yes, please, gin and tonic. Thank you.
I tried to cheer her dad up, but I reckon he's right to be worried.
Well, she was always impulsive, was Rosie. Up and went to the other side of the world with a bloke she hardly knew. What was his name?
Mick. I always thought Rosie'd do better for herself.
Oh, what was she like then, this Rosie?
Oh, she's a breath of fresh air. She's always got a smile for people. She's good at her job, too, with cars and that, isn't she? She's just... well, she's just a nice person to know.
Oh, right. So, what do you reckon then, Joe? Is she attractive, this Rosie girl?
I never really knew her. But it's a personal thing, isn't it? What makes someone attractive?
You obviously know the area. I'd be most grateful if you could spare a little time. Show me around.
Well,
We could perhaps take a couple of horses out for a hunt.
I'm really not a horsewoman.
I'm a bit of a beginner myself, too, actually. But it'd be a great way of getting to know the local countryside. You'd be doing me a great favour.
All right, let me think about it.
Now, are you free tomorrow evening, Miss Cassidy?
Yeah, I think so.
Splendid. Come to dinner. Having some people over to meet Giles.
Oh, that'd be very nice, thank you.
No, thank you.
Careful you don't wipe the pattern off that plate.
I'm holding a bit of bread to wipe that off. See, when they put the patterns on these plates, they use this sort of glazed stuff. Which... oh, you...
I must say, after years on the road, it is a treat to be in a proper home.
Well, perhaps you're reaching an age when you're ready to settle down. Find a nice chap.
Never have much luck in that department, I'm afraid.
Oh, I am sorry, love. I didn't mean to upset you.
No, not at all. Thanks for the meal. It's been lovely. But if you'll excuse me, I'm tired. I think I'll turn in.
Of course, love.
Night then.
Night.
No, I'm a step. Bye now.
Could do worse than her, you know, David.
What?
Oh, perhaps it's time you were thinking of settling down. Finding a wife.
Aunt Peggy. Well, I only met her this morning.
So his wife gave him an alibi. Do you believe him?
No, I don't.
That was the housekeeper at Branscombe House, Sarge. They recently took on a new window cleaner, Tommy Huggett.
Well, well.
Shall I go and see him again, Sarge?
Hang on. We've no actual evidence other than he cleans the windows. Let's just keep a close eye on him, shall we?
And maybe try and find out what's happened to the stolen property.
No, he's our man, all right. We just need to nail him. I get the beads from other travellers and paint them, make them up into bracelets or tapestries, and sell them on. Ashfordley Market tomorrow.
So that's your life now, then, is it? Travelling alone, make a bob here and a bob there.
I always enjoyed being on the road. Why join the circus? The winters are hard on your own, though.
Yeah, they must be. Especially with your leg. What do you think of my nephew?
David? Oh, he's lovely.
It's not the brightest button in the box, I'll grant you that, but he's honest as the day is long.
Not to be said for that.
He'll be a catch for some woman. Quite a few got their eye on him.
He certainly has a lovely nature.
I reckon she's taken a bit of a shine to you.
Really?
Yeah. Should ask her out.
Help. You'll never guess who I've just seen.
You're right. I probably wouldn't.
Mick.
Mick? Mick who?
You know, Mick. That Australian bloke Rosie went off with.
Oh.
That means she must be back as well. It's good news, isn't it?
Yeah. I imagine you'd prefer it if he wasn't around, though.
With you in a minute.
G'day, Bernie.
Well, look who's here. Hey, great to see you. I'll get the kettle on. Is Rosie still 2 sugars?
Hang on. Rosie's not with me.
Oh, no, of course. She's gone to see her dad and the brothers.
No, I mean, I haven't seen Rosie. I was hoping you could tell me where she is. Hasn't she started working here again?
What are you talking about? I haven't seen her. Nobody has. Did she not fly back with you?
No, we plan to travel separately back to England. I thought you'd be back by now.
When did you last see her?
Don't know, a couple of months maybe?
A couple of months? Yeah. Why did you decide to travel back separately anyway?
Oh, no reason really, you know, just, I mean, we're not married or anything, both free spirits.
So how long have you been back then?
Not long.
Where are you staying?
Locally. Look, I'll leave you to it, mate, but, if you do see her, just let her know I'm around, yeah?
Wow, you look amazing.
Thank you.
Don't let the sun catch you crying.
Your carriage awaits, man.
The night's the time for all your tears.
Hey, they're lovely. I said they'd look a treat on this table, didn't I, David? Now then, how much was it again?
I don't want anything, Peggy. They're a gift for making me feel so welcome.
Well, that's very kind of you. Thank you. Now then, before you go, Dr. Zhivago. It says here it is the greatest love story ever told. And it's on at the Ashfordley Picture House, and our David would like to take you to see it.
Well,
Come on, she stood there. Ask her. He would like to take you to the pictures tomorrow night.
Tomorrow? All right, I'd like that.
There you are. She's just said yes. Now thank her.
Well, thank you. So, I've never been to the pictures with a girl before. Well, not on my own. Oh, I mean, I went with Emily Atkins to the Saturday morning matinee once, but we were only 6 then. And her dad came as well, so that doesn't really...
Well, then I'd like to be the first girl to go with you on her own. All right?
Hey, look at you. You make a lovely couple, don't you?
Tomorrow night, then.
Yes?
People absolutely.
Somebody! No!
You all right? Are you hurt?
I'm fine.
Good heavens, what's happened here?
An intruder. Frighten him off. I'm afraid he's got away. You sure you're okay, Carol?
Sorry to call you out late, Sergeant, but his lordship insisted.
I'm sure he did.
Same as last time. Climbed up and in through an open window. He was disturbed by one of the dinner guests, Nurse Cassidy.
Didn't realise she moved in these circles.
Nor did I. She tried to grab a hold of the intruder, but he got away. I think she's still a bit in shock.
I'm fine, Sergeant. Just a bit shaken up, that's all.
Did you get a look at his face?
He was wearing a balaclava.
And he was damn quick. Out of the window in a flash. We searched the grounds, found nothing.
Can't be absolutely certain yet what's missing. A couple of small antique pieces, some of my mother's jewellery. And I'm afraid he's been in your room as well, Major.
Gold cufflinks. Antique silver cigarette case. Family heirloom. And cleaned out my wallet. I had over £50 in here.
I'm so sorry, Giles. I'll get some cash to you in the morning. I'm sure the insurance will cover this.
I'd be grateful if you could leave things as undisturbed as possible till scenes of crime have had a look.
No, of course, Sergeant. Right, I'll have you moved to another room, Giles.
In the Guards, are you, Major?
Was, yes. Scots Guards. Enjoyed it enormously. I'm in Civvy Street now. Fresh challenges, you know.
Sorry your evening ended like this.
Oh, it's okay. I'm fine.
PC Weatherby and I had a search of the ground, Sergeant. No sign of any footprints or his having left anything behind.
CID will come round in the morning. Have a look in daylight. Good night, my lord.
Thank you, Miller.
Are you okay for getting back?
Yes, thank you. Major McLean's going to see me home.
He seemed really surprised that Rosie went back home.
Well, if he thought she was, why not come here to the farm? I mean, why go to you at the garage, but not to us?
Well, to be honest, I don't know. That's what got me thinking. He appeared, well, sort of shifty.
How do you mean?
Reluctant to give much away. Very vague about when he got back to England, and he wouldn't say where he was actually staying. When he realised I hadn't seen Rosie, he was anxious to be off.
I'm sorry, Mr. Cartwright. It's not a police matter as such.
Tell him about the money transfers.
Well, I checked on the money I've been sending to Rosie in Australia on a regular monthly basis. Well, normally, she cashed the transfer on the day it arrived, or thereabouts. Well, the bank confirms that she hasn't cashed the last 2 payments.
And her Aussie chap, Mick, turns up at my garage claiming not to have seen her for a few months.
I appreciate your concerns. I have daughters myself, but there's still no evidence of any wrongdoing. Nothing I can act on.
There must be somewhat. I'm sure he wasn't telling me everything.
Well, look, if he's still around, I'll have one of my men have a word with him. See if he'll be a bit more forthcoming.
You've already questioned me about that burglary. It's police harassment, is this?
No. Detective Sergeant Dawson and I are here to question you about a second, very similar break-in.
Well, it wasn't me. I'm trying to go straight. I've got a job now.
As a window cleaner. Do you clean the windows at Ashfordley Hall?
Where? No, I don't.
What about the windows at Branscombe House, where the first break-in took place?
All right, yeah. I cleaned those. I clean windows at half a dozen houses a day.
An intruder broke into Ashfordley Hall last night. One of the guests confronted him, but he got away. You fit the description given, in terms of size and build.
I've been nowhere near Ashfordley Hall.
Where were you around 10 p.m. last night, Mr. Huggett?
Here. At home. One I love.
No. No, it wasn't. I've told you, Tommy. I'm not going to lie for you anymore.
I think we should continue this interview down at the station.
Mr. Cartwright has left a photograph of his daughter, Rosie, with Mick MacDonald, the Australian she left England with.
Oh, yes, I know. Yeah, I saw MacDonald yesterday. They're back now, aren't they?
He is. She isn't. Find MacDonald. Ask him what he knows about Rosie's current whereabouts.
So Rosie's not come home with them?
No. And her family are getting increasingly concerned.
We've asked Mr. Huggett to come in for questioning, Sergeant Miller.
Here we are. Wonderful.
I've a gnawing feeling in my stomach that something's not right.
Well, it is a bit of a worry not cashing that money.
She would have been in touch. She's a considerate kid, is Rosie.
What's all this about young Rosie? Is she back amongst us?
No, my lord, she's not, and we're getting a bit anxious about her.
Oh?
Decent of Charles to bail me out like this. Cash I don't mind so much, but the cigarette case, well, that's sentimental value.
Well, I hope it hasn't put you off our part of the world.
Not while you're in it now.
Why did you say you were home when you were out last night?
Because I know you lot. You'll try and pin this on me.
Where were you then?
Out.
Doing what?
Just out. I've been banged up for 4 years. I've got a problem being behind closed doors up here. You know, that's why I took up window cleaning. To be outside in the fresh air.
When you were just out, did anyone see you?
I go up on the moors. Betty, my wife, thinks I'm up to no good, but I like being out there. Looking at the night sky, the vastness of it.
Suppose there's only a flock of sheep can confirm your story.
I swear to you, last night around 10 o'clock, I was up on Bardsley Moor. That's a good 8 mile away. Hang on. A chap came by walking his dog, a collie. It walked funny because it only had 3 legs. He must have seen me.
So, your alibi now is a 3-legged dog.
Well, no wonder the father's frantic. Young lass like her at the other end of the world.
Shouldn't the police at least contact the Australian authorities? She might have had an accident or something.
Indeed. Well, Giles and I are shooting this afternoon. The chief constable's in the party. I'll have a word.
You talked to the right man. Good swordist, Charles. I'll call you later.
Oh, I called Bardsey Police and had a chat. It seems this 3-legged collie is quite well known in the area. He lost his leg in some farm machinery when he was a pup. He's called Jethro, they said.
Not the dog, Alf. The owner?
Oh, a Walter Alsop. I've just had a word with him. He says there was someone fitting Huggett's description sat on a wall on the moor last night.
Betty's worried that I'm at it again. You lot keep coming round, don't help, you know.
Just doing our job, Mr. Huggett.
I don't think he's our man.
A brief sighting on the moors at night. Not a cast-iron alibi. Let's take another look at Branscombe House, in case we missed something.
You're sure? Absolutely no one of that name? Right. Thank you. Weatherby, are you busy just at the minute?
Nothing that can't wait, Sarge.
I'm following a new line of inquiry. Might prove interesting. Something was niggling me about last night. I want you to go on surveillance.
Now remember, you open the doors for her. You don't just barge through. And you let her sit down first.
Yes, Appa, you said all that.
Well, I want it to sink in. Now then, come the interval.
Offer to buy an ice cream.
That's right. And you keep away from...
Popcorn.
Because...
Well, because it's noisy when you eat it and it makes your mouth and your lips all sticky.
Good. Now then, let's have a look at you. Hey, David. You're a fine figure of a man.
Do you think so?
Indeed I do. And I think that Sophia will think so, and all.
Good day, gentlemen. Well done. You're a damn fine shot, Major. I'll say that.
Thank you. Sorry, call of nature. I'll catch you up back at HQ.
Right up.
my steady days.
Ask me why my head's a whirl. Don't you know? Other boys have love affairs that come and go, but she is my steady days. Oh yeah, she is my steady days.
Why exactly have you become suspicious of this man?
It was his regimental tie. Oh, it's a guard's tie, all right. Red with dark navy diagonal stripes. But it's not a Scots Guards. It's the Welsh. They have different motifs.
Well, what if he served with or alongside the Welsh Guard Sarge? Maybe the tie was a gift from them?
It's possible. So I called both Scots and Welsh Guards. No officer of that name in recent years has served with either regiment. So I phoned Lord Ashfordley, asked him about his friend. It seems they've only just met. He's a friend of a friend. So I told Lord Ashfordley that I needed to talk to somebody who knew the Major well. Turns out Ashfordley's friends didn't know him either. He was recommended to them, as he was to the people before that, etc.
Well, he didn't rob Ashfordley Hall, though. He must have an accomplice.
Sergeant Miller?
Before he left, McLean went into the house. I've since spotted an upstairs window left open.
Mason, I'd like you to join Weatherby at Grange House. Looks like it's a target for a break-in.
Is McLean still at the house?
Weatherby said he drove off in the direction of Ashfordley Hall.
I'll get over there then.
Excuse me, Sarge. The Chief Constable's office has been on the phone. He wants to have a word with you.
Alf, is Sergeant Miller still in? I've traced Mick MacDonald's whereabouts. He's staying on a farm nearby. Apparently he's been working there as a farmhand for about a fortnight.
You talked to him?
No, he wasn't in. I thought I'd follow it up tomorrow.
We'll follow it up now.
Don't look around as you walk away. Don't look around, think what the people might say. If you turn around, it wouldn't be good. Folks would say she only did what she should. Don't turn around, don't turn
The Chief Constable thinks we'll get bad publicity if anything has happened to Rosie Cartwright. We haven't done anything about the family's concerns. We're putting a CID officer on it full-time from tomorrow.
Pleased to hear it. Goes to show, doesn't it? One word from his lordship and things start to happen.
Way of the world, lad. Not back yet. We'll wait.
Go ahead, Alf.
McLean is on the move in his sports car.
Understood. Out.
when the day is done.
David?
Down to earth and sinks the sun, along with everything that was lost and won. When the day is done.
Let's have them. Oi! Police! Get down from there! There are more officers inside! Get down! Now! Down! Now! Come on!
Mick MacDonald. Police. We'd like a word.
Get it? What's wrong?
The police were waiting. Go!
Hey, Arnold. Now, are you sure you waited long enough?
And Peggy, she stood me up. That's all there is to it.
Oh, no, it isn't. And I'm going across to have a word with that young lady.
We're being followed. What you done, you stupid cow?
Where's the backer, Val?
Mason should be with you soon.
Slow down! Slow down!
Sophia! I think that was very unkind of you to... What the... Oh. Oh.
Last saw her up in Queensland, a place called Mooloolaba. Said she was planning to fly home.
But not with you?
No. Said she wanted to come back, see her family, her friends.
Had you fallen out?
No, nothing like that.
So why didn't she fly back?
No idea. Maybe she changed her mind, stopped off with some friends or something. I thought she'd be back by now. I came here to see her.
If you thought she was here, why didn't you go to her house?
I don't know. I wasn't sure where I stood with her father. Because of me, his daughter had left home and travelled halfway across the world. I wasn't sure how he'd be.
Having sweet-talked her into going to Australia, shouldn't you have made damn sure that you got her back safe and sound as well?
All right, Constable.
She's a young girl. And you left her to travel back alone. All that way.
Thank you, Mr. MacDonald. That'll be all for now.
I think we've lost them. I want the rest of the stuff now.
You shouldn't have planned this at the last minute. It was stupid.
Hang on, Peggy, hang on. Why don't you start again?
I can't do this anymore, Steve.
Yes, you can. You do what I say when I say it. Got that?
No. You've never loved me, have you? You've just used me.
Wait till I contact you.
Steve, it's finished. I should have ended it a long time ago.
What's that?
Fife Antonio are under arrest on suspicion of burglary.
Wait! Major! Let's be up in you. Why did you lie to us?
I'm sorry, David, I'm sorry.
The Chief Constable has detailed D.S. Dawson to investigate what has happened to Rosie Cartwright. She was last heard of in Murraylabar in Queensland.
It seems the British High Commission in Canberra have no knowledge of her, nor do the Australian police or the immigration authorities. In the light of this, I've been authorised to travel to Queensland and liaise with the local police there.
They have also requested that a male officer from this station accompany D.S. Dawson. PC Weatherby has family commitments, so that rules him out. PC Younger knows Miss Cartwright, perhaps too well. He may not be emotionally detached. So the best officer to accompany D.S. Dawson will be PC Mason. He has no personal or emotional involvement that need be of any concern.
Not often you and I share a common experience. We were both taken in.
Yeah, the difference is I believe that Sophia is a decent person at heart.
Yes, well, so-called Major McLean isn't. And apart from anything else, he conned me out of 50 quid.
With respect, your lordship, that's a loss you can afford. Our David's is more painful.
Well, I don't know what Carol's going to say when she hears about the Galloping Major.
Oh, yeah. He was good looking, but he wasn't my type, though. Too smooth. I like my men a bit more. You know. You okay? Yeah?
No, Dawn. I don't know. You want to tell me?
I fell for the wrong man again, eh? Story of my life.
I never did like the look of him.
You didn't seem too happy when he took me to dinner that night.
Me? Doesn't bother me. Your choice.
Anyway, forget all that now. Your trip to Australia has helped me make my mind up. I've saved enough to go myself now to look for my brother. I thought of travelling all that way on my own was putting me off, but if you're going on police business, I thought I'd arrange to take the same flight. What's wrong?
I'm not flying on my own. There's someone from CID going as well.
Rachel.
Nice little ticket you work yourselves, eh? All expenses paid trip to God's own country.
You think the sun shines out of your little local girl? Well, let me tell you, you never knew her like I did.
A real all-rounder was Daniel Cassidy. What do you think this is, mate? Outback Blessed Hilton.
Best to stick to the fresh water. Then you're best to watch out for the crocodile.